Hare Krishna. The story of Sudarshana Chakra and Suryadev. Vishnu's Sudarshana Chakra is a very powerful weapon. Most of Vishnu's battles were won through the chakra. There are multiple events in our scriptures which describe how Sudarshana Chakra was acquired by Vishnu Bhagwan. The Sudarshana Chakra was created by the divine architect Vishwakarma. To understand the situation that leads Vishwakarma to create Sudarshana Chakra and how he made it, we have to first look at its connection with Suryadev and his wife. The events of Suryadev's wives is told in many scriptures. It is first told in the Rig Veda, but in a very abbreviated form. It is described at greater length in Vishnu Puran. It goes like this. Vishwakarma's daughter Sanjana married Surya, the sun god, but she could not withstand his brilliance, so she ran away to earth. Eventually Surya found her, and he told Vishwakarma to reduce his brilliance so that Sanjana would be able to stay around him. Vishwakarma reduced Surya's brilliance by an eighth and then fashioned that excess brilliance into various weapons, including the Sudarshana Chakra as described in the Vishnu Puran. To diminish his intensity, Vishwakarma placed the luminary on his lathe to grind off some of his effulgence and in this manner reduced it an eighth, for more than that was inseparable. The parts of the divine Vaishnav splendor residing in the sun that were filed off by Vishwakarma fell blazing down upon the earth, and the artist constructed of them the discus of Vishnu, the trident of Shiva, the weapon of the god of wealth, the lance of Kartikeya, and the weapons of other gods. All these Vishwakarman fabricated from the superfluous rays of the sun. Chapter 78 of the Markandeya Puran provides more details on what was made from the brilliance. The earth was engendered by that portion of his effulgence which was identical with Rik. The ethereal region was created by what was identical with Yajur, and heaven by what was identical with Saman. The divine architect made with those 15 divisions of his effulgence that had been exhausted, the trident of Shiva, the discus of Vishnu, the dreadful maces of Vasus, Shankar and the fire god, the conveyance of the god of riches and other shining weapons of Yakshas, Vidyadharas and other celestials. Thenceforward, the divine sun bears only the 16th portion of his effulgence, which was thus distributed into 15 divisions by the celestial architect Vishwakarma. This was the story of creation of Sudarshana Chakra. Now let's look at how Vishnu Bhagwan got the Sudarshana Chakra. Vishnu didn't get the Sudarshana Chakra directly from Vishwakarma. He got it from Shiva, as the sage Upamanyu describes to Krishna in Anushasan Parva of the Mahabharata. He also explains the meaning of the name Sudarshan. The discus which thou bearest, O sinless one, was given unto thee by Mahadev. Wonderful and irresistible in energy, it was given unto thee by that illustrious god Mahadeva. In consequence of its blazing energy, it was incapable of being gazed at by any person save Shiva, the wielder of Pinak. It was for this reason that Bhav, Shiva, bestowed upon it the name of Sudarshan. From that time the name Sudarshan came to be current in all the worlds. Note that Upamanyu says thou only because Krishna is an incarnation of Vishnu, not because that's how Krishna himself got the Sudarshana Chakra. Also, as per the Shiv Mahimna Stotra, Vishnu once brought 1,000 lotuses and was placing them at your feet. After placing 999 flowers, he found that one was missing. He plucked out one of his own eyes and offered it as a lotus. This supreme exemplification of devotion on his part was transformed into the wheel, Sudarshana Chakra, in his hand, which he uses for protecting the world. Now let's see what our scriptures say about the power of Sudarshana Chakra. Here is how Agni, the fire god, describes it to Krishna in the Adi Parva of the Mahabharata. With this, O slayer of Madhu, thou shalt be able, without doubt, to vanquish in battle even foes that are not human. With this weapon, without doubt, thou shalt be superior in battle to men and gods, and Rakshasas and Pisachas, and Daityas and Nagas. And thou shalt certainly be able with this to smite all. And O Madhava, hurled by thee in battle at thy foes, this weapon will irresistibly slay the enemy and again come back into thy hands. The Srimad Bhagavatam gives a similar description of its power. Set into motion by the Supreme Personality of Godhead and wandering in all four directions, the disc of the Supreme Lord has sharp edges, as destructive as the fire of devastation at the end of the Yuga. As a blazing fire burns dry grass to ashes with the assistance of the breeze, may that Sudarshana Chakra burn our enemies to ashes. It should also be noted that when the demon Hayagrivasur stole the Vedas, he also stole Vishnu's Sudarshana Chakra. So Vishnu got it back after killing him in his Matsya incarnation, as Sugriva says in the Kishkindha's Kand of the Ramayana. Hope you like these events on Sudarshana Chakra. In part 2 of this video, we will discuss how Krishna Bhagwan got Sudarshana Chakra. Thank you.